It is the UFC's number 7 ranked flyweight contender, Manel Kape, who is joining us from the UFC Performance Institute. And look, after a couple canceled fights, you're scheduled once again. You're looking to build on that 4-fight winning streak that you got going. So I guess, Manel, first I'll just ask you, man, how good does it feel just to have a date on the calendar and to be scheduled once again?
No, I think it's my work. Not about being happy. This is only my work, and I come from injury. I'm supposed to fight Matheus Nicolau. Unfortunately, I was out, but yeah, I'm here again to work. And when my injuries, I told UFC when I'll be feel fine to go. You guys can book in the most ASAP the fight. I'll be ready. So we are here.
I love it. Talk to me about that, Manel, because it was kind of a tough stretch, right? I mean, you were scheduled in January, you missed weight, and Matheus Nicolau says, look, I'm not fighting, right? Then you reschedule, it's April, and then you get injured and you get forced out. So how tough was that for you? Because I remember seeing you post on social media, you said, look, my patience is being tested at the highest level. So, I mean, how tough was that for you to not be able to compete for so long?
Yeah, of course, it's very tough to me because I like to compete. This is what I do to live. And this is what I really like to do. It's not just about to live, but it's what I like to do, It's where I can release my energies and put it on show all the work that I've been through. But things happen. I know this is not a easy work. Things happen, So at that time is frustrating, but we have to look. We have always to look forward. Like the way I look always forward after the first stress. Of course, the miss weight, but we are good to go. But Matheus have the inch about weight. He don't want to fight. So why you travel so far from Brazil, and I was not too heavy, a couple pounds, but even if I travel from America to go to the Brazil, I definitely was accept the fight, even if the guy was 5 pounds. I didn't do my work for nothing, So it's different mentally. It's different mentality of the fighters, different fighters. So this is why happened on his last fight, the things that happened to him that don't happen to me. So
do you guys have unfinished business? Like, do you feel like you need to fight him at some time?
We don't have unfinished business. We don't have unfinished business. We just show you don't want to fight at all. You just show you don't want to fight at all. I don't have unfinished business with him. Like I say, I just move forward. I have big opponent, better fight. And we just close to the title shot, after the next fight.
I love it. All right, we'll talk about that fight in just a moment, but I want to ask you first. I mean, you mentioned on social media, completely healed right now, and I love that you said hungrier than ever. So you had surgery. I believe it was torn cartilage in a rib.
Yes,
I guess what was the recovery process? Because from my understanding, like with ribs, like there's not a lot you can do, right? It's just
no. I actually couldn't do anything because when I broke I was thinking that was the rib, but no, it was the cartilage. So it's even worse because I broke the rib on the other side, and the recovery was more fast. And the doctor told me that it's way faster. You can training. Do some stuff, but not at all. But with the cartilage, no. I even couldn't dress my clothes, shower myself, driving car, anything. I just lay down because it was moving, and so doctors say that the risk is what about for you. Don't accept this fight after that you win after like 2-3 weeks if you feel good because it's still moving and can perforce your organ, can touch your organ. So it was big risk. Even when we do like this little surgery, they get me to sign some paper because the needle can touch the organ because it was very sensible. My cartilage was moving around. like crazy. So I just couldn't stay home, lay down some position and waiting. You know.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what's crazy.
that's nuts, man. Well, fortunately, especially you, a guy that likes to be active and likes to do stuff, man. They like go out,
Yeah.
they'll just lay down. That had to be
No,
tough.
no, no, no. Very, very tough. Very, very, very tough. Stay home all the time. Even dressing the clothes was very difficult because it was moving everything. You know.
That's crazy, man. Well, happy to hear you're okay now. And now you got a fight booked, right? All right. Saturday, July 27th, UFC 304. You're taking on Muhammad Mokaev, who's ranked right in front of you, right? He's number 6. I guess talk to me thoughts on the matchup itself and also Mokaev as a fighter. I mean, what do you think about the challenges that he presents to you?
It's a good challenge. It's a good challenge. What I can tell, he come from good good wins, but in the end of the day, I'm the tough opponent. You know, in this division, uh, he won this test so long time. Of course, he want to test me so long time, but it was not the right time. You know, he was not ranking even ranking. You know, so right now you're ranking. So now you have what you wish. You know, you have what you wish. Now you need to handle this. You know, so um, he was complaining about the rankings, all this stuff. Now you accept the fight. You have a bigger dog. This is the fight that he never had in his life. I believe no, I'm the toughest opponent on him. He never fight a world champion before, so he's gonna fight the first world champion, and he's gonna feel what is the difference of being a world champion and the other fight is being facing UFC.
I love it, man. I was excited when I saw this matchup. Now, here's the thing that I thought about, Manel. Muhammad, he's been known to talk a little bit ahead of fights, and I've never seen you back down from a little verbal altercation. So I'm just curious, have you guys interacted yet? Has there been any back and forth? And are you expecting this to be kind of a testy little buildup between you guys? Because I kind of see maybe that happening.
Uh, you're never gonna see lions and men in the same level. You know, if the lions see a man in the streets, the only thing that men can do is running. You know, but if the lion catch him, it's the end of the day. So there is no beef or a fight between men and lions. So what I'm gonna do is gonna be only finish my business and that's it, and then get my title shot. This is what's gonna happen.
That's incredible, man. Uh, Preparation for this, I guess, heavy on wrestling. Will that be the plan going in? I mean, obviously, Muhammad Mokaev, we think about his wrestling as a skill. Do you add in wrestling?
I always I do. I'm a mixed martial arts. I do MMA, so I do everything. I do wrestling. I do jiu-jitsu. I do my grappling. I do boxing. I do Muay Thai. I'm not focused on wrestling. I'm not focused on any of his threat of wrestling. How many fighters you see is take me down. Even Pantoja, the champion, if fight me, he didn't take me down. You think Mokaev is gonna take me down? If he take me down, I'm gonna do what I did in David Dvorak. I'm gonna take his arm off. So there is no threat against me. I'm a very complete fighter. I know I'm well for my knockout. So we have to focus on my boxing, on my kickboxing, my knees, my elbows, my everything is him, not me. About wrestling, I'm like Khabib in flyweight division. I don't care.
I love it, man. Well, look, hey, you talked about Pantoja, flyweight champ right now. Look, while you've been away, he got another defense of his belt, got the decision win over Steve Erceg. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to see what you thought about his performance. I mean, I know you guys have history together. I think it's a fight that you'd like to have back. What did you think about his latest title defense at UFC 301?
Pantoja is not a skiller guy. He's just a hard worker. He's a hard worker, but every fight is being show a little bit exhausted. You know, he's being a lot exhausted, very sloppy fighter. You know, I was just thinking Erceg was a little bit inexperienced for him. Of course, was good. He was inexperienced. He did a good job actually in the end of the rounds because he didn't feel more the threat on beginning of the round. He didn't feel so. He put a good show, but it was just an experienced fighter, and Pantoja being demonstration, not a dominate champion. You know, like you have to when you have a champion, you have to show like a different in a cage, and I don't see this on a champion. You know, I don't see this. He's a champion, but I don't see how he dominated the other fighters at all. You know, have many ways to finish Pantoja. Of course, he's a tough fighter. He's a champion, but all due respect. But right now, I feel we are in different dimensions of levels.
I love it. Well, it'd be a great fight to see again. Okay, you touched on it, right? You said maybe title shot. Like, listen, you look at the rankings right now. Pantoja, he's got wins over Royval Moreno. Albazi is still out right now. Kaikar Francis lost.
There is no other way. There is no other way because the Mokaev is the fighter that's been in 6-win streak. You know, is a fighter that finished just Alex Perez. Alex Perez finished Matheus Nicolau. So a win over Mokaev is definitely 100% a title shot next because no other fighter have a 6-win streak. So I finish Mokaev. There is no other way. Kaikara France, I'm not gonna wait him all my life. You know, so he may be fighting in Australia, but I'm run for from the title shot. I'm not waiting for any beef, any this kind of thing. I just wanna focus on Mokaev right now and then get my title shot.
I love it. So bottom line, this is a number one contender fight. You didn't even let 100%. Me finish all the rankings. This 100%. Is the number one contender fight.
There is undefeated. There is no other fighter. Unfortunately, there is no other fighter. If it was Albazi, but Albazi is in injury, so maybe he's gonna have one more fight. So sooner or later, I don't know. But Mokaev is the youngest. Right now the younger fighter that make a lot of noise is being 6-win streak. So there have to be someone, and someone is me that have to put the shot down on this. You know.
Hey, listen, I agree. I think this is a number one contender fight. I just don't see anybody else right now. The winner of this gets a title shot. I think it makes sense. So, I mean, Manel, with all that saying, a lot on the line here, man. I guess what's the goal here, man? I mean, if it's a number one contender fight, technically a win should get you a title shot. But do you feel like you got to do something special? You got to put a stamp on this one? Like, what's the goal here in this fight?
It's not just do. I'm gonna do my job. You know, I'm gonna do my work, and my work is never boring. My work is never boring. So everything what I do is a master class. Everything what I do is special. Everything what I do is perfect. So it's not gonna be different than other fighters. So it's gonna be amazing. You know, it's gonna be. I love a fighting in Manchester. I expect a big crowd there. You know. All my Portuguese people is gonna be there. I have a lot of people from England too. So it's the show that I want. I like to fight in front of the people, in front of the show. It's gonna be massive for me, and I'm gonna put a performance because I'm a performance athlete. You know.
I love it, man. It's a great fight. I'm so excited for this. Manel, I know you're busy. You're already starting training camp. You're at the Performance Institute already. So thank you for the time, man. I appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you at UFC 304.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot.